Hello everybody and welcome back to the Trading Setup channel. My name is Niku and on this channel we explore the world of trading. Today I'm going to share a very simple strategy with you guys, but also a very effective one. It's perfect for beginners. And also perfect for beginners is our free trading community on Telegram. There you'll find tons of educational content and everything you need to take your trading to new heights. You can join by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on the screen. Don't miss this opportunity to improve your trading. Now, let's head over to the platform and we'll dive into today's strategy. Okay, so before we start trading, as usual, we need to set up our platform for today's strategy. Today, we're simply going to be using one indicator. We're going to be using the RSI and we're going to use it on default settings. So I'm leaving the period at 14, but I'm just going to change my style quick. This is not necessary. It's just the way that I prefer it. And we're going to do it like that. It makes it more visually more easy for me to see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the RSI, but we're not going to use it by itself, but it is the only indicator we're going to be adding. We're then going to be using technical tools. So we're going to be using support and resistance areas to find entries. And this might actually just be a good example right now. So we have a support area here. I always draw parallel lines because my support is never a single value. It's always a small area. So this will be my support area here. As long as price doesn't close below this area here, I will consider it a rejection. If it closes below and pushes through, this will be a break for me. But it needs to clear this whole area here. And it looks like it's going to go down. We can also see that the RSI actually did break through the 15 line here. So this could mean that we are heading downwards. We'll give it a minute or so. We're also going to be trading on 30-second charts and we're going to set our expiries to 1 minute. Okay, definitely did break through. So what we're going to do is, first we need to remember that the RSI is a momentum indicator. This allows us to use it in multiple ways. The first way we can use it is to find rejections of the 50 line. We can see when the RSI hits the 50 line, quite often it will turn back upwards, and this usually happens while price is trending, and this will usually signal a correction for us, or a retracement or correction. So this will be a correction in the trend. We can see that we are have been in a bullish trend from this area here. Price was making higher highs the whole time and higher lows, and every time it makes a low, it gets the RSI gets stuck on the 50 line and then goes upwards. This tells me that the RSI shows us that price is maintaining bullish momentum and the momentum isn't turning bearish. The second way we can use it is when we find, let me just switch off or just scroll here. So the second way we're going to use it is in areas where price hits a resistance and support level, but like this area here. Here's a decent example. We had price hit this level and push all the way back, and then it started coming down again. Maybe let's just draw that in as well, quickly to see exactly what I mean. So we had this level here, a very small resistance area or support area, and then when it formed this, we would not know when this was forming. Okay, so this wouldn't have been an entry for us, but we do have a very pertinent and alone standing low here while price was moving upwards, and then it came back down. And we can see that the RSI tapped the oversold area, and after that it turned back, and when it turned back up on this candle here, I could have started taking some buy entries. So when the RSI hits the oversold, overbought levels, it could signal for us, because the RSI is a momentum indicator, it could signal for us that the momentum is getting exhausted. Okay, so that's two ways, and we're going to use both of these ways depending on what the charts give us. But this is how we're going to use it. We're going to look for support and resistance areas and then look at the RSI and see if we could actually take a trade. So we're going to start flipping through assets now and see if we can find any entries. Now that our platform's all set up, we can start flipping through some assets to see if we can pick up any trades using this specific strategy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start flipping through some assets and see if there's anything that's either on or close to support and resistance areas, and we'll see if we can pick up an entry or two. We're not going to be looking at anything that's trending strongly like this. This might actually be a very good entry for us. We'll keep an eye on the RSI. If this turns downwards and doesn't break through the 50 line, we can take a sell trade here. Should have time to do the drawing. So we can see that price had this level here. Roughly like that. So this was a level that was tested quite a few times, and this is we had the break recently and the pushback. On the pushback, when price hit this resistance level, we could see that the RSI did not break through the 50 line and instead now turned back downwards. This is telling me that bearish momentum is being maintained. So even though price is pushing up to retest this resistance area, it did not gather enough bullish momentum to actually keep going, and it's busy rejecting. And once it rejected, all I did was to get in and follow price. Remember, and I've said this in almost every video and I will keep on saying it, we cannot predict what price will do. What we are doing, all our strategies are focused around following what price is doing. There we go, great entry. We just follow what price is doing. We do not try to predict what price will do. So a prediction will be, for example, if price is getting near if price was getting near this, and I started taking sell trades, I would have lost them because I would have closed on this one here, because I tried to anticipate that it will reject or will break. And that's a very, very bad habit to form, especially for new traders. Do not think just because price is hitting a support level that it will bounce, or just because it's hitting a resistance level that it will break. Wait and see, and then just follow what it is doing. Just waiting an extra 30 seconds or so to confirm that it is happening is going to save you a lot of heartache. That was a good entry. Let's see if we can find, because this is a 30-second chart, it won't take too long for us to find some decent entries. This is touch and go for me. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes you will wait a bit. It doesn't matter what strategy you are using. No strategy will perform the same every single day. You're not going to get the same amount of entries every day with a single strategy. That's the main reason why I use more than one strategy to trade. When I'm trading during my normal trading hours, I don't simply use a single strategy, because some days a strategy will perform really well and other days it will not. And it happens to all strategies. Doesn't matter what you're using. So don't get discouraged. Have the patience to wait and look for good entries. But if you are a new trader, please do not just throw a bunch of strategies at the same time. Take one, get used to it, learn how it works, understand it, and then you can add another one to your trading chart while you're trading. It's going to take time to get used to it. You won't be able to, in fact, it doesn't matter how experienced you are. Putting 3 or 4 new strategies that you're unfamiliar with on a chart is just going to get you confused. You're not going to know what to look at. So it's take one that works for you, that fits your trading style, and then practice it a bit, get used to it until you really fully understand it, and then add another one. We might have a very nice rejection here. I should have maybe gotten in already. Let's give it a few seconds. No, I'm gonna leave this. I missed out on that one, I think. Support and resistance lines also doesn't necessarily have to be a horizontal line. We use trend lines as well, and you can see how perfectly well this trend line is holding. So if it happens that price hits this again and my RSI is either overbought, or price manages to get to this trend line and the RSI does not break through the 50 line, then I can, and we get a rejection, then we can say, okay, fine, bearish momentum has been maintained, and we can go for a sell trade. We do need to see if it hits first, though by the looks of it, it's not going to. It does look like it's turning downwards, so might be pushing upwards as well. So here's what I was saying earlier about predicting. If I take a sell trade right now, predicting that it will drop or reject from the trend line, there's a very good chance that this could be a breaking candle and price can we're going to see 3 or 4 green candles from here. We need to wait to see if price does reject, and it will not always be perfect. It will not always be right on a single line or a single price. We wait and see what happens. Like, this is a rejection now at the moment. As it is a rejection. So if my RSI turns back downwards again, I'll go with a sell trade, because I know that rejections aren't always perfect. But I do need this RSI to turn downwards, because at the moment it's got bullish momentum. So I'm not going to go against the bullish momentum of the RSI at the moment. We'll sit on this for just a few seconds and we'll see what happens. There is a decent chance that it's going to pull back downwards, but I do need to wait for it to happen. There we go. Now we can start taking some positions. My RSI is breaking through the 50 line, and I did get the rejection of this beautiful trend line that's been held up so beautifully. Even though this was, we had the small close, the close above, the next candle immediately came back down, and the close above wasn't that far above this, the trend line either. So it's not always going to be perfect. This is something you're going to have to, or you will only learn with time to spot. The only way to do that is get the experience, and the only way to do that is spend the time in front of the charts looking for this specifically. There is no other way to do it. But we did get a decent rejection here, and we did see price, the RSI come back down. So this was just like, sometimes you'll hear people talk about a fake break, and this is kind of what happened at the moment. Well, this is kind of what we have here, but it was an excellent trade nonetheless. Okay, let's see if we can pick up one more. This is very sloppy though. For a second there it looked fairly good, but we'll skip it. This looks like it's gonna push down. The reason I'm taking this entry here is, let's put in a vertical line and we'll make it nice and thick, like this. So we had this area here, that's the reason I scrolled back a bit. We can see it's been tested a few times, broke and got tested again. And when price hit this area here, we had the RSI on overbought, telling me that the bullish momentum might be a little bit exhausted. Doesn't mean that price will turn down and continue downwards all the way, but it does tell me that we are exhausted a little bit, and there's a good chance that price might pull back in the immediate future. Few seconds left on this. Let's see what happens. And there we go. Okay, and that's how we use the RSI with support and resistance. It's very simple, but it will take you some practice to get used to it and learn to spot it. I don't often draw these into my chart when I'm trading, because by now my eye is focused. Just for interest sake as well, one last note, that's also the reason we see the the price line gets extended like this. So if I scroll back on the chart, I can still see the price line where price is now. That's a way to see where it is related to recent highs and the recent lows. But that's it. It's pretty simple, just going to take some practice. Great results. As you can see, even the simple things can often be effective if used correctly. If you want to take your trading to the next level, join my private community on Telegram. There, you can watch me trade live, get the chance to try out my new bot, and get access to my technical analysis guide. All you need to do is send me a message directly using the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. It's free, but spots are limited, so make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, may the pips be with you.